Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of Moments with Lulu. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you're getting notifications whenever I put up a new video. So for those of you who have been following me and for those of you who have been watching my videos, you know that my channel is focused on two things, which are topics related to nursing and topics too related to international and migrant student life. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about some points to consider prior to studying abroad. Some points I'll be talking about include one, like doing your research. So if you are a new person, like if you are going to somewhere new that you have probably not been before, or you have no background information or no experience or just not enough information on where you're going or what you're going into, the basic thing you want to do is your research. So you want to research on that particular area, on that particular country, because you have no lived experience there. So doing your research is very important. You want to research on the culture of the people, the immigration qualifications, and all those things, like all those useful information you think might be okay. I'm going somewhere, what do I need to do, what do I need to know, how can I prepare best? And of course, in situations like this, Google is your friend. Like, do not second guess anything. Make sure that you are checking for information constantly. You want to make sure that you're using credible websites and credible places to find information. Even communicating with people, so communicating with the immigration, communicating with your university, and communicating with family members or close relatives that are in the country where you're planning on going to. Communication and research is important when you're planning to leave your home country for somewhere else. In the process of your research, choosing the country of choice. So which country are you going to, which university? You want to make a list of pros and cons of certain universities that you maybe want to go to. So you have to do the pros and cons, make a physical outline of these. That way you'll be able to choose the particular institution you want to have your education in, and this will be very useful for you. And also, if you're doing your research on the university, you will also want to know requirements. These are very important things, like status of the university, a lot of things concerning that university, because you want to stay well informed on the institution that you're going to have your education. So make sure that you're doing your research on the country you're going to, the school you're going to, the culture of the people as well. These are very important things that you have to do. My next point is finance. So if you're planning on going somewhere, you need some kind of funding. So you need to make sure that you have a stable and authentic source of income, or whoever is going to sponsor you, they need to have a stable income. You don't want to be stranded, and you don't want finance to be a huge thing. So having a valid and authentic plan is key to your education, because you might also want to consider the basic necessities, which are your food, clothing, shelter, miscellaneous, and other emergency needs that might arise. My next point is weather consideration. So this is very important. You have to know, am I going to a hot or a cold climate? That way you'll be able to carry the appropriate clothing. And in terms of clothing, you don't want to buy everything at the store because you probably would not need them. So just get the basic materials, the basic clothing materials that will help you through your adaptation, because the country you're going to will have better clothing to suit the climate. So you don't want to buy a lot of things that will cost you extra kilograms at the airport. Just get basic clothing that will help you for some time before you can actually get the clothes you need at the country you're going to. So don't bulk buy clothes. Get clothes for the cold weather and for the warm weather as well. And especially if you're going to a cold country, like most schools, you're starting your education in maybe fall, winter. I mean, these are cold times, these are cold periods of that country you're going to. So you want to make sure that you're highly prepared in terms of clothing, because You don't want to be sick under any circumstance. My next point is electronic devices. Yeah, come with your cell phone. That's a basic need. If you don't have a laptop, I strongly discourage getting a laptop in your home country. Like, it's better to get it at the country you're going. Something like this happened to me. So I got my laptop in my home country, and then within 2 weeks of the start of my university education, it was faulty. And it was very challenging for me because you definitely need a laptop while in university. I took it to the hardware store, but they couldn't help me, and they were like, if I had bought the laptop from them, it would have probably been a different situation. Maybe I would have had some warranty on it that I could exchange. So that left me really distressed, and it was very challenging because I needed a laptop. So I strongly encourage you to get your laptop in the country you're going to. But if you already have a laptop from home, that's fine. You can come with it as well. No harm at all. But if you don't have a laptop from home, please, it's very important. It's best that you buy it in the home country. Just in case it develops any faults, you can always go back to the manufacturers or to where you bought it from, and they'll be willing to help you. My next point is shelter and food plan. So if you're leaving your home country, you need to make sure that you know where you're going to. You need to make sure that you have a place where you're going to stay or where you're going to live for the duration. So having that money to the finance in place for your shelter is very important. And if you have like a relative or a family member abroad and you think that someone you probably is spending some or all of your time with, you want to make sure you have communicated this prior. Like, you don't want to be stranded when you come and just imagine that you have someone, and I mean, you have to give some heads up. It has to be planned. I mean, shelter is very important in a person's life. You need some kind of security and peace at night. So this is something that you should plan ahead. Well, for food, it takes some people time to adapt to the food preferences of a particular country or a particular place. So coming with like basic food items that are not like prohibited are very good. So if you have those food items that you think will help you, that will last you for the duration of your, just while you're adapting, like for some time before you can start getting used to the food of the country, is good. It's going to be a really good decision for you to come along with them, because it takes some time to adapt to a new place. Like, it could be challenging for some people as well. So food insecurity is something you don't want to worry about while schooling. Those basic food items that you are allowed to bring them along with you, so that in the process of your adaptation, you're not having to worry about food. My next point is immunization records and certificates. So if you have any kind of certification and immunization in their original form, I strongly encourage you to come with it, because you don't know when you might need these documents at some point. For me, I couldn't provide, because I'm a nursing student, and I couldn't provide my immunization records from when I was a child, and my faculty required me to take everything, so I had to retake all the immunization, and this cost me quite some money. And you don't want to be in this situation, because you could have saved yourself some time, some money as well, to bring all those documents with. If you have original documents, bring everything with you, because you don't know what might require you to have them. So yeah, and that's the end of my video for today. And if you have any questions or any comments or anything at all that you would like me to talk about in my videos related to international and my immigrant student life, feel free to leave those in the comment section of this video, and I will address everything as best as I can. And yeah, thank you all for watching today's video. I hope this was informative, and please don't forget to share this video with people who you think might benefit from this. So yeah, that's the end of my video for today. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next week Friday. Bye now.